Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor in YouTube, where the watches are the stars, but today...
My fault.
There's a phone ringing. We do it again.
It's not mine.
Okay, then we'll continue. Today we are at Parmigiani. With me is Guido Terreni, the CEO. Ciao Guido.
Ciao Alex, come stai?
Sto bene, grazie. And we too are going to discover the novelties here at the booth. And as you know, the watches are the stars. We are going to disappear, but you will hear our voices, of course. So enjoy the watches. You're going to see some incredible stuff, huge on your screen, filmed with the best possible technology. Enjoy.
Hope you like it.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
Well, Guido, this is a watch. I think everybody watching now the video has seen it before, because it is a watch we have been presenting last year. But there's a particular reason why we do show you the watch again on your screen right now. Do you remember the watch?
Well, this is the first world premiere that we unveiled last year. It's the Tonda PF GMT Rattrapante, and it's the first of a series of world premieres, because we believe that in watchmaking not everything has already been invented, and we are creating new functions. So this watch was the talk of the fair last year, and after 1 year we have received 7 times the demand of what we had put in production last year. So it's really incredible and overwhelming what we are experiencing with the brand in this moment.
So you sold 7 times more than you planned?
No, we are producing...
Yeah, but the demand is
the
7
demand
times
is,
higher.
Yes, and we have a waiting list of 12 months. But we have relaunched the production immediately after Watches and Wonders last year. So we will put all our efforts to fulfilling the demand, because I don't want to withhold the product from our clientele.
This was last year.
Yeah.
And now,
In the same philosophy of the GMT Rattrapante, we have invented a new function, which is called the Minute Rattrapante. As you can see, the timepiece has 2 hands, so when the function is not used, it is a 2-hander, like the GMT Rattrapante, and this is part of a philosophy of being refined, being understated, and being subtle. And when you need to actionate the function, this Minute Rattrapante is able to set a moment in which you have to stop doing something and start doing something else. For instance, we are together until, let's say, until 7:30. So
let me just ask you before we start. You've been setting the watch to 8 minutes past 7.
yes.
Why?
Well, this is the way that we display our watches. It's the time in which Michel was born. It is a time which is very dear to us. This is in our brand codes.
So now you know why we normally, when you see watches on your screen, they always smile at you. In this case, the watch is also smiling, if you put it that way. And I very much like this, that Guido's really thinking everything in details, and he's even thinking about not doing the same what all the others do, making the watches smile 10 past 10 or 10 to 2. So it's 8 minutes past 7. So now, Guido, I will press the button here, as you told me.
So let's say that see, you go. That is a fast-moving push button of 5 minutes at a time. So you can go down until another 2 times.
You want me 2 times to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Another time?
Another time, and then you do a fine-tuning with the minute on top, and you get to the 30. No? So this is the fine-tuning of 1 minute. So it's very user-friendly. Imagine if you had only 1 minute, you had to press 20 times. It's annoying.
I understand.
So you do 5 minutes fast moving forward, and 1 minute the fine-tuning.
We need some reflections to show that there is a color difference, of course, in the hands. The hand that we moved is golden.
Yeah.
And the hands belonging to the normal time or to time reading are in silver. So there is a difference, even though if you look on the watch like this, you don't really see it. Okay, what is next what I have to do?
So let's say now, to simulate the time it is advancing, you have to take out the crown and push forward the minute hand.
Wait, I have to, with gloves?
Yeah, with gloves it's not easy.
Yeah, so I
okay,
made
so
it.
The time advance, no? So it's going towards the end of our meeting, no? So you can at a glimpse see how much time you have left, and then you get the moment in which...
Is it dangerous now?
No, nothing happens.
I'm kidding. Okay, I can go? Can
You
I
can
there?
go. Yeah. So that's the moment in which we should say goodbye to each other. But
Ciao, Guido.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Let's
but it's
go.
so nice to be with you. So we still have some interesting conversation. So I mastered the time. If you move forward now, we're 2 or 3 minutes late.
Oh, that's great.
That's it. So then, when you finished using the function, you put down the crown again.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And then you press the Rattrapante function, and the minute disappears. It can be used when you're at the lounge and you need to go to the gate. You know that you're doing your mails. I don't know, and you have to go out at a certain minute. It's a visualizer of something that you have to.
It's
stop
also
doing.
ideal for either cooking spaghetti,
Esatto.
making the perfect tea, timing other things. This is really something cool. Let's quickly show it again because I really like this. So presetting in 5 minute steps
is lower button.
is the low button.
Yes.
Okay, I learned. So we do reset, let's say next meeting, okay, 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. And now we fine tune here
Yeah.
until the hour.
Yeah.
I could have done it also in a 5 minute step,
Yeah.
of course, but I'm just showing you this. So we come to the hour and now time would move on. I will again pull out the crown. And now time starts to run. Our meeting is almost over, or whatever you do. And you can easily, without thinking and without setting any alarm on your smartphone or whatsoever, you just wait until the time is over. It would be over now. And then if you want to make the hand disappear, you press here. There is the button integrated. Here you have it. You press, and then the golden hand will catch up the minute hand and disappear. Watch.
Voila.
And there it is. This is great.
You know
It's-
where I took the
it's-
idea?
Yes, tell me.
By observing a rotating bezel of a scuba. And I said, why is the scuba function not in the movement and on the case? Can we do it with the movement? And this is what came out, which is a totally different watch.
Very, very, very nice.
How do you like it?
I just, it's, you know, elegance, pure elegance. You see a watch that has some features, but they don't shout at you. And if you don't use it, it is just
A 200.
a two-hand watch without date, without nothing, and this is just beautiful. Did you see, guys, did you see the texture of this beautiful dial? And I think, Guido, this dial is also particular because you're doing in-house.
It's a gear shade done by hand.
Gives the entire watch a very noble look. Very nice. This is discreet luxury, I would say. Can you just give us a diameter also of the watch?
40.
40 millimeters.
Yeah.
And do you know the thickness?
10.8, which is the same of the GMT Rattrapante.
Okay. Stays in the same thickness.
Yeah.
I think if you have been watching several of our videos recently, I'm always talking about the dial aperture. In German, die Zifferblattschau, and Guido was one of the first to really understand that it is something important that you have a large dial aperture because it makes the watch look totally different. And here you see it nicely done. Also, the dial aperture is quite big. You just have the bezel, the fluted bezel here. That is also part of your design. Yeah, there's some music in the background. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Who is
Roger,
it?
it's Roger Dubuis. you
Roger
know,
Dubuis, as
sometimes.
always. Yeah, they are always loud. I know. Look how beautiful this is.
The color is a sandy gray, so it's lighter than the Micro-Rotor. Yeah, the base caliber is the Micro-Rotor, on which we have added the module for the 2 pushers and the Rattrapante function. It's much more complicated to do than the GMT, even though for a customer it seems the same complexity, but there are 140 components for this function, while the GMT is only 31. So it's been more difficult to do, but we gained from the experience of last year's, which has the same kind of family of complication.
There you go. Discover the beautiful finish of this movement. It's really, really nicely decorated. Micro-Rotor. The power reserve of the movement is
42.
42 hours. Voila.
It's 3 hertz.
21,600 semi-oscillations. Very nice. The form of You see here how the bracelet is perfectly integrated into the case, and this gives this enables the watch literally to hug your wrist. Very smooth bracelet, very smooth. There are no sharp edges. I have been trying the entire haptic without gloves first, because it is one of the first things I always do when I get a watch in my hand. But now I'm handling it with gloves because I don't want to show you my fingerprints. You deserve to see the watch as beautiful as it is, but I've tried it first and there weren't any sharp edges, so it's really very smooth and perfectly hugging your wrist. The materials you use is steel
and platinum bezel.
And platinum bezel. The fluted bezel is in platinum, and this is the Tonda
PF Minute Rattrapante.
Tonda PF Minute Rattrapante, aka the most luxurious spaghetti timer ever. Okay, Guido, what else do we have to show?
Well, we started designing the watch from the micro-rotoring steel, which is a watch, that's my personal one.
This is your personal watch?
Yep.
And this is the very first one you did when you came to Parmigiani?
Yeah, that's the beginning of the PF collection.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the matrix of the collection, and we want to elevate, and we did the same aesthetic, but full platinum, okay? And it becomes something else. Look at this beauty. So everything is in platinum. You have the case totally in platinum, the bracelet in platinum, the dial is in platinum, only a sandblasted finishing, so it's the metal in the flesh with no treatment on top, but just a sandblasting. The structure of the dial is the same with the lower minute scale, the indexes across the two surfaces. And you have gold indexes, white gold indexes, white gold hand, white gold crown, and a white gold buckle. So all the rest is in platinum. And you have a purity of the style that is at the highest level, very, very minimal, very long lasting in the taste. I can't take my eyes off this watch.
Very long lasting in the taste. This is something I've not heard yet concerning watches. It's like if you are having a special drink, a special whiskey, special wine, long lasting in the taste.
It doesn't worn you out. It will never be outdated.
It sounded like if you were describing a wine or a whiskey, or so long lasting in the taste. Beautiful color, full platinum watch, and it is heavy.
215 grams, not that heavy.
Here you have Parmigiani logo, Parmigiani Fleurier, butterfly folding clasp. Open
And you
it
see
up.
how the platinum enhances all the finishings, whether it's polished, whether it's brushed. Now you have all the details that come out much more because the metal is whiter. If you compare it to the steel, you see immediately.
Unfortunately, we have some reflections coming from the light from the ceiling here. Not that you misunderstand this. This is the true color of the watch, and if I'm going to point it up there, it looks like gold, but it's not. That's the light reflecting from the ceiling. But this is the true color. Watch this color, and then I will show you the steel. This is what Guido is talking about, whiteness and platinum. And now please compare. Which one is steel and which one is platinum? There is a slightly difference. This is platinum, this is steel. You see the steel is a little bit more grayish, and this is more white. So there's absolutely that little difference as Guido talked about. And I imagine if we would be able to film the watch outside in the sun, that you would better see this. With our lights and the conditions we have here, it's a little bit difficult to show, but platinum and steel. Also in the dial, it shows that there is a difference. So Guido's watch, when he started at Parmigiani, and this is the latest interpretation and latest way of showing time as puristic as you can in a full platinum watch that really looks gorgeous, and that's just understatement. That's nothing that someone will steal from your wrist or someone will recognize unless he knows what Parmigiani is, and he's able to also to appreciate what they are doing, and they're doing a good job, I have to say that.
Thank
Guido,
you. Grazie.
I have to say this, you're doing a good job.
Fantastic.
Tell me about the prices. So let me take the legendary spaghetti. Now,
Al dente function.
al dente function. And what will be the
28,000 Swiss francs.
including VAT?
Yes.
Okay. You get elegance, you get style, you get understatement, you get one of the most luxurious brands of the industry, small quantities
And it's an unprecedented function.
on top. And I just can ask you sometimes if you're considering buying one of those hyped watches, think out of the box. Think out of the box and have a look at Parmigiani because I think it's worth it. Then the platinum watch.
This is 85,000.
The platinum watch sells for 85,000 Swiss francs, including VAT. But you really get something because I can tell you this 215
15.
grams are really heavy in the hands, especially if you are handling titanium watches. And we did that this morning. We handled some titanium watches, and then you really think that this is a fitness exercise because if this would be titanium, you probably wouldn't even feel it. How did you like the watches? I have to say, he's always surprising me because when you're doing something good, it's always about style. It's about luxury products you don't expect to see on the wrist or they discover on the wrist unless you know the brand. And this is very good because you're really surprising us. You surprise clients, you surprise new clients. You're doing something beautiful, I have to say. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And see you soon back here. Don't forget to check out all our videos, etc., from Watches and Wonders 2023. And I think if we have time, we're going to have a nice little...
I'm still waiting for you for the Chardonnay tonight. Come on.
Okay, first Chardonnay, then spaghetti, or both together. Very nice. Merci.